just looking stunning this morning. Oh, you look stunning. I don't know whatever it is that's going on with you, though, but regardless of what it is, I can tell that you look, is either you look stunning, or you're looking stunning, or you will look stunning. All right, so however it is, though, just be beautiful and, of course, be handsome today. Getting to your best wear and smile. I mean, because not be only you, waka come. All of us, we waka come. We got into a Monday, and that's to say the 19th day in the month of May of 2025. Well, Omar, how does it feel? Because I feel that this month really is running. I don't know.
Yes, I would agree with you that this month has been pretty fast,
Yeah.
and that's because a number of Nigerians are looking forward to May 29, I guess.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think nature is just, aligning very well, the
That's
universe and everything. I mean,
Right.
fingers are crossed, really.
Sure.
This administration is going to be 2 years old come May 29
Am I
of
ready?
this year.
Yeah. It's gonna be 2 years
What's
old.
the bell for, though?
Huh? The bell for? What's the bell for?
Uh-huh.
The bell is for the fact that at least we're getting close to the 4 year, so it's something. I mean, well, let's celebrate 2 years.
4 years, but does that actually bring to an end the Renewed Hope administration?
No, it doesn't.
Looking at all of the politicking going on from all of the political gladiators.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just gives us hope that 2 more years to go. That's just what it is. You know?
Well, all right. Indeed, a number of Nigerians are really and patiently waiting for what the president would be saying in the 29th of this month. We probably would have something new to chew on, honestly. So, indeed, this month of May has been pretty fast, and I love it. Personally, I love it when, we get to the 20th of the month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I get what. It's okay. I get what you're saying. But
right.
anyways, who doesn't love it when the 20th just arrives in any month? So far as it's 22 and the big zero, do you understand? You get happy. You get happy. You anticipate, right? That's what it is. But yeah, it does feel good to know that today is not just like every other single day.
Right.
It is a day of commemoration, all right, with the United Nations, and it is called the World Fair Play Day. Fair play. Fair play. I guess that's why we came third at the is it just concluded under 20 World Cup now? Yeah, we came third. We beat Egypt to it. South Africa beat us, and South Africa clinched the world title as they beat Morocco. Awesome. Nice. No wonder I heard Engineer B-Face. He was telling me Nigeria, they try. Nigeria, they try. They play rubbish.
No, I shouldn't say that. I feel there are spiritual forces. We always, have a good outing at the beginning, but
Right.
in the long run, I don't know, something from somewhere,
Right.
we just come and, just dampen the morale of the boys. And it's, you see, the Super Eagles, the players, they need to be very fervent in prayer. For real.
Why do I feel like I'm hearing Eunice's voice in your voice?
No,
Eunice is always
honestly,
about us praying.
prayer is, the key, they say. So before you embark on any match, whether or not you think the country that you are competing against is, they really don't have that strong force. Come on, you still need to pray because,
True.
we have village people everywhere in this
Exactly,
country.
exactly. We do have village people, but still
No
talking
pun
about
intended, by the way.
the World Fair Play Day.
Right.
I'd like you to give us a preamble to it, though.
All right. Once again, it is the 19th of May 2025, and this day actually marks the inaugural World Fair Play Day, a celebration dedicated to promoting sports practiced in the spirit of friendship, solidarity, tolerance, inclusion, and non-discrimination. Now, fair play fosters a mutual respect among participants, teaching us to value and honor, one another. It also promotes equality, bridges cultural divides, and empowers young people by showcasing how sport can drive social change and build stronger, even more cohesive communities. All right, by embracing the principles of fair play, adherence to rules, respect for opponents, and the fight against violence and doping, everyone benefits. I love that part,
I like that
honestly,
part too
especially
as well.
the anti-doping rules.
That's
for
right.
real, like
That's
because
right.
some people would want to take all sorts just to at Smart, at Play, the other, and come on, it makes no sense. But I think we should extend this World Fair Play Day to the media industry as well.
Right.
Every sector, as a
Every
matter of
sector,
fact,
of
yes,
course,
every
most
sector. I mean, that's a spirit of that sportsmanship.
Yeah.
You know, that spirit should be there.
Sure.
I really see no reason why people always feel like they're in a competition.
Right. Well,
Even
first
at
of
the
all-
market.
First of all, the world is a competition. That's what it is.
Who made it that way, though?
Well, who made it that way? I think it's nature. Nature, we compete one way or the other. That's why there is a healthy competition.
Uh-huh.
Do you understand? I guess that's where the fair play, comes
fair
in.
play is coming in.
Don't want to outdo the person.
Yeah.
Cunningly or trickishly.
Yeah.
Or don't want to be like that, right? If it has to happen that you are at the top, it should be because you merit it, you worth it, you work for
I
it.
personally think that a win for one is a win for all.
Well, exactly,
All right, so
exactly.
it's a win-win for everyone.
True.
So.
Exactly. Well, anyways, though, it's the 19th day in the month of May of 2025. And
Right.
we would say, Karo, in Nakwana Olodudu. We would say, in Igbo, Tutuoma. That's right. In Bagi, which will go, Agife. Awesome. I love it. I love it. And yes, we would say, in what a dialect now? Okay, in the Tiv, it will be Undeve.
Endeavor.
Yeah, Undeve.
Please don't forget to add the Idoma, Utongon tribe. Don't say eat
oh.
because they are from Benue State. Come on. Fair play. We're talking about fair play here. You know I have a personal relationship with the Idomas. So
I know you have it. Okay, go ahead with it.
all right, so the Utongon tribe would say Ite. Thank you. Unless you want me to be summoned by the elders, the Umuna. All right, take us all the way to your place.
Anyways, then we'll go to the very land of promise now, the Akwa Ibobites, as well as the Efik people who happen to reside in Calabar, the capital of Cross River State. We would say, I miss you. That's right. And in the good people of Isoko, how would they say?
You can't just address us like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look, we are unique people,
I'm
honestly.
sorry. I'm sorry.
The
My bad.
good, beautiful, proud, when I say proud, not for the wrong reasons though, people of Isoko community, right? Or Isoko nation in Nigeria. See, we're a nation. Don't play with us.
Sorry.
Would say, Imamuriake.
Lord. Oh my goodness.
Right.
Anyways, though, that put a smile on your face, right? And if your dialect, your language is not mentioned on here, as you call us, you can indeed just greet us in your dialect, and we can indeed continue the conversation.
Absolutely.
This is the Eagles Morning Risers Breakfast Show. From wherever you're watching us from now, knowing that we have gone global. We global now,
We
right?
global.
That's right. Okay, we global, right? We want to appreciate you, and we want to say we don't take your viewership for granted, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so is it morning, is it afternoon, is it day, is it night? Whatever time it would be right there, we salute. Okay, now that being said as well, let's us all...
We've not said happy survival day.
Oh, happy
Come
survival.
on, happy survival
Lord
day.
have
I heard
mercy.
you while on the news. You talked
Yes.
about the fact that the price of rice has actually
Oh, yeah, it's
dropped
dropped 50
drastically.
kg, 50,000
You see,
naira.
I'm personally very, very scared at this point in time. I think I just have to give rice a break
Right.
because even though some of these statements can just be rumors that are unfounded, but it's good for one to be very careful.
true. I agree
Honestly,
with that.
knowing
Okay.
how well and how much you consume rice in this part of the world.
Well, be careful, though. That's what it is. I can't say more than that. But yeah, it's a breakfast show, and it's got a couple of segments to it. We'll start from the rear now. 12 o'clock, of course, is when we will be saying bye-bye.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with today in 60 seconds. But then backtracking to 11 o'clock right there, it might just be some good time with you. That's right, on here. And then at the 10 o'clock hour, of course, will be time for the General Open Banter. And 9 o'clock, of course, we'll be here to talk politics and current affairs. 8 o'clock, Vic and Vic, the only sports minister that we know on radio, will be here to take you sports on Eagles Wings. And of course, 7 o'clock being now is the time for the pages. But first, let's let you in on some things that you ought to know this morning, right? And just keep in mind that in the course of it, we'll open the phone line so that you too can be a part of the discourse.
Right.
And of course, air your views loudly and clearly, however, within the confines of civility and responsibility. Let's begin and start you off with some of these stories are making the headlines this morning, right? Okay.
All right, to start with, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu attended the installation mass of Pope, what's his name?
Pope Leo.
Pope Leo, yes.
The
14th in Rome yesterday. Now, Bayo Nanuga, special advisor to the president on information and strategy, in a post on his X handle, shared pictures of the president in a handshake with the new Pope. I mean, I saw the pictures, and I tell you, the president was looking dapper. Like, he was looking all cute.
Daddy, look at him in
now
suits.
Our papa be that we no get another one. Now our papa be that
Lord have mercy on me. Did you see him in that suit? Lord, he was so glad.
I tell you.
Alrighty, but anyways, though, handshake with the Pope, something good, right? Okay, step in the right direction. Let's go into this one now. A two-story building under construction collapsed on Sunday on Ishaga Road opposite the Central Mosque in the Idi Araba area of Mushin, Lagos State. Now, one body was recovered from the rubble, while 3 persons were rescued and rushed to a nearby hospital for medical attention.
Now, this is actually coming at a time when the Lagos State government came with a new strategy or measure to address, the cases of building collapse in that state. I mean, it's been one too many, but anywho, we just pray that those rescued, and probably taken to the hospital would recover as quickly as possible. Now, 7 persons have lost their lives, while 16 others escaped with injuries in an accident involving an articulated vehicle along Agai Badegi Road in Kacha local government area of Niger State. Now, the Director General of Niger State Emergency Management Agency, Abdullahi Baba Ara, in a statement attributed the accident to a bad portion of the road on Lambata/Bida axis.
An articulated vehicle.
Yep, that should be like a heavy-duty vehicle.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's been a long time we heard something from Niger State.
Exactly. Well, it's been a long time
7
we heard
persons lost their lives.
It's been a long time we heard of road,
accidents.
But we've been hearing the killings, though. We've been hearing the abductions. We've been hearing the... Okay, I'll leave it there. But anyways, though, said please do. Yes, I will do. All right, well, let's get to you. This one, operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, have intercepted opioids worth over 3.2 billion naira in separate operations at the Apapa and Port Harcourt ports. The Director of Media and Advocacy at the NDLEA, Baba Femi, who disclosed this in a statement on Sunday, that was yesterday, noted that the seizure was made on May 14 during a joint examination of the container by NDLEA officers, personnel from the Nigeria Customs Service, NCS, and other security agencies. Now, this is what we're talking about. All of y'all, collaboration. We love it.
And it's always, from one feet to the other every week coming from the NDLEA.
Exactly.
Honestly,
imagine there was no NDLEA, or it wasn't as working as active as it is now.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, let's head on to Edo State, where the police command yesterday announced the arrest of the deposed Ohen, that's the priest of Okworumi in Oredo local government area of Edo State, Oboka Igbivia, along with 5 others, for alleged involvement in kidnapping activities. According to the command, arms and ammunition, including AK-47 rifles, bullets, and other items, such as suspected human skull, were recovered during the operation.
Okay. Taking you to Imo State now.
Please do, very quickly.
Police command has said that 15 students who were declared missing on their way from Onitsha in Anambra State to write the rescheduled Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME in Okigwe in Imo State have been found and reunited with their families.
Hallelujah.
Well, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord now. Honestly,
hallelujah.
Feels good. Thank
Hallelujah.
you. Well
Because
done. Well done, Imo State Police Command. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, all right. The Senate Committee on Power has raised concerns over the liquidity crisis bedeviling the power sector, lamenting that the tariff shortfalls in the industry have indicated that the government owes about 200 billion naira to electricity generating companies every month.
200 billion naira.
That's a lot, though.
That's a lot of money. Well, a pastor in one of the White Yeah, one of the churches there.
No, you didn't state. Just
White
state
garment
as it is.
churches
Thank you.
has reportedly been arrested in connection with the deaths of 4 siblings in Igweze, South local government area of Enugu State. Although the council chairman, Mr. Ferdinand Okweze, confirmed the arrest during a visit to the deceased's family on Saturday, he could not name the suspect. He was said to be a member of the Sabbath Church located in the area.
Oh, Sabbath.
Yeah, where does crime not trend?
Well,
Crime
I'm
trends
actually.
everywhere.
I am a proud Sabbatarian.
Right.
All right, anyways. State government on Sunday urged boat operators to adhere to safety regulations following the tragic boat accident that claimed the lives of 37 traders last Thursday on the Bajibo River, clarifying that the incident occurred within the territory of Niger State. Right.
All right, let's get to this one where the Elijah royal family of Kaba has hailed the Supreme Court's verdict upholding their rights to contest for the revered Obaro stool. In a statement on Sunday by Dr. Samuel Alori, President General of the Elijah Descendants Union, the family expressed satisfaction with the Supreme Court's decision. Okay.
Now, different strokes for different folks, because a lot
Exactly.
actually has been going on in recent times in Kogi State, looking at the abduction of, some persons, looking at even traditional, rulers or a monarch in that state. But let's quickly go pay this bill. When we come back, we'll take a look at the front pages of Nigerian newspapers. To join us again.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Meet the Infinix Note 50 series, defined by pioneers who push boundaries. Its ultra-resilient armor alloy metal frame design gives you that slick, top-notch style. Unlock efficiency with intelligence of the one-tap Infinix AI and circle to search anything on your phone with Google. Need power in a flash? 90 watts fast charge rockets you from 0 to 100% in 38 minutes. Exclusive deals at authorized stores. Get your Note 50 now. The Infinix Note 50 series. Pro design, Pro AI.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I suppose it was inevitable. Eagles 102.3.
It is exactly 21 minutes gone past the hour of 7 on the AM side, and we are looking at the front pages of Nigerian newspapers. It's going to be a fast and smart read, so you best want to keep your ears and eyes onto us right now, starting with this very one right here.
All right, 2027 coalition, the Kiku camp offers Obi vice president role in one-term deal. Opposition leaders may dump SDP for ADC as new coalition platform. You find details on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. And moving on very quickly to page 8, resurgent attacks as the Kika federal government Borno revamp anti-terror strategy. On page 9, Tinubu Obi Fayemi share light moment at Pope's inauguration. And on page 33, CBN slashes federal government loans by over 4 trillion naira. Still on page 33, federal government electricity debt balloons by 800 billion naira. That's according to the Senate. I thought it was 200,000 naira, but now it's actually 800,000 naira. Anyways, this is coming from the Senate.
Yeah.
And on page 2, Jakba is the Kika. Dr. Drain devastates 12 states. All right, going back to page 33, Tinubu approves licenses for North Oil Project. And on pages 4 and 5, Kwara governor urges calm after boat tragedy, claims 37 lives. On page 9, Lagos probes Katsina workers' recruitment by Dangote refinery. And we'll leave it there for the Punch newspaper this morning.
All right, away from the Punch newspaper now, let's get on to the Vanguard newspaper. The big story now, headsman bandits strike in Benue, Kebbi, Imo, Ondo, Kogi, kill 33. See page 5 for details, and it's got one rider to it. Oh, I beg your pardon. Yeah, one rider to it. State police will stem tide of insecurity. Feni Ferry saying that. We'll see how far that goes. Page 13 now, Zulum begs federal government not to allow Marte fall. Okay, the manufacturing sector rebounds as revenue profits soar. Page 19, and to this one now, Abdulrazak mourns as 37 passengers drown in Kwara boat mishap, page 13. And we see this one on here and right here. It says Pope Leo's 14th inauguration, Nigeria's unity in diversity, work in progress. Tinubu is saying that now. He's got one writer to it. Meet Obi Fayemi, Catholic bishops at the Vatican. And that will be all with the Vanguard newspaper this morning.
All right. I mean, the photograph of the president congratulating or shaking hands with Pope Leo the 14th trending seriously this morning. All right. All right. I mean, I have my reservations.
Yes,
so.
He is
all right. So
trending.
on page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, where you have the big news story at Pope Leo's inauguration, Tinubu says Nigeria's unity in diversity, work in progress. Meets Obi Fayemi. All of that on page 4. And on page 3, Kwara governor sympathizes with families of 27 victims lost in boat tragedy. And this one here, insurgencies, the Kika Borno governor goes spiritual, declares statewide fasting and prayers. You see, when I told you prayer is, the key.
Okay.
We'll
see how far that goes.
It is. Anyway, that's on page. But I think it should be a nationwide, spiritual ritual.
Okay.
We all should fast and pray.
The people who are perpetrating this.
Do you know the people?
We should fast and
pray. Do you know the people?
When we know the people?
Oh, you know the people?
Well, it's
all
fine.
right. That's on page 24. You best want to join the people of Borno State in this spiritual exercise.
Right.
All right. Kidnappers kill APC ward chairman in Ondo after collecting 5 million naira ransom, and that's on page 30. Impact of slowing inflation is the Kika. CBN's MPC faces fresh task as over 90.5% of Nigeria's currency circulates outside banks.
Wow.
That's on page 5. And on page, still on page 5, why Nigerian aviation sector's growth retards. This is coming from experts. Despite positive macro environment, inflation still a threat to economic stability. Growth. LCC warns. You find details on page 6. Over 4 trillion naira debt is the Kika. AMCON, AMP's step-up strategy to intensify recovery effort.
Right.
We'll leave it there for the Nigerian Tribune newspaper.
So we take it from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper now to the Nation newspaper. The big story: let's convert our diversity to prosperity, says Tinubu. All right, we are in a state of conversion now. We've got 2 writers to that one. President at Pope's inauguration mass, Leo the 14th pledges peace in the world. That story continues on page 8 of the Nation newspaper. Just above the Nation newspaper banner now, MPC to retain interest rates in bid to bring down inflation. And page 3 has got that story to yet another page 8. Looking popular, Yakasai is the kicker. Nobody has capacity to unseat Tinubu. Straight up tickets right there. You'd find that one on page 8. And to this one on here, the base of the Nation newspaper, that is, it says Omokri being the kicker, Utomi's shadow government's plan alien. All right, page what now? I'm not very clear, but I'm thinking it's page 1. And Alake is a kicker, China's electric vehicle plant coming. Oh, still
talking
on page
about collaboration with the Chinese government there.
Yes, always collaboration with the Chinese government though. Anyways, this one says banks targets 3 trillion naira to extend loans to MSMEs. That story continues on page 2. I've got sharp
But what's up
eyes.
with the Nation newspaper though, writing in Roman figures?
Do you
I think
understand?
this story is very important.
Oh, can Nigeria first policy fire up sluggish manufacturing sector? Sluggish.
Comes with a very big question mark there.
Says a sluggish manufacturing sector.
So manufacturing sector has been slow.
I know that. I didn't even have one that was active in the first.
You don't
Sluggish.
say.
I'm just saying. What manufacturing sector do we have in the country anymore? Well, it's laughable. Pages 2, 3, and 6. You'd find out what can Nigeria first policy fire up sluggish manufacturing sector? Question. Okay. Well, 37 die in Kwara boat accident. Oh, well, you find that one on page. That's 5, 6,
8.
7, 8. Yes, 8.
But please, the Nation newspaper, please do better next time.
Do
All right,
better.
you can't be writing in Roman figures, please. Looking at the Daily Trust newspaper, automatic tickets, contracts, fueling defections to the All Progressives Congress. I mean, it speaks volumes, but it's kind of like the truth, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it is the truth, of
Automatic
course.
tickets and contracts
fueling defections to APC. Oh, give me a contract. If you're going to have a contract, you got to join the party. Okay.
Which party are you with at the moment?
Sorry? I'm with GP.
GP.
Yes.
What does that mean?
God's party.
Oh, okay. That was giving GP tank, vibe. Anyhow, Boko Haram kills 90 farmers in Borno in 5 months. All right, that's on page 29, if I'm not mistaken. And on page 15, opposition kicks as Northwest APC endorses Tinubu for second term. 37 persons die in Kwara boat accident, and that's on page 10. Bandits kill 49 in Katsina, Kebbi, and Benue. You find that one on page 14.
That's right.
I mean, it's been numbers, figures, and what have you.
That's it.
This morning, wanted kidnapper arrested at Abuja Hajj camp, preparing for pilgrimage. Oh, God. A kidnapper.
Yeah. It was preparing for, pilgrimage. He had to leave and go to holy lands.
I don't know if you saw this report. I think it was published by the Daily Trust or Premium Times about a victim of kidnapping some years ago who saw a kidnapper, at the mosque praying.
Yeah.
Did you see the story?
I saw the story.
That story actually sparked, views and counter views as to what should be done to that person almost immediately. Should he be executed or be pardoned? Anyhow, I just had to digress. Now, Tinubu meets bishops in Rome, urges unity in diversity. And the last one here says FCT officials fingered in green areas disappearance. You find details on page 26. And I'm afraid that's about the size of the headlines we will be taking from the Daily Trust and all the national dailies this morning, right?
That's right.
Because of time.
Yes. Let's head out now and go on a recess, just as National Assembly would do. We will be back in a short bit. Don't go away.
No AC, no problem. You're cooling it down with the freshest hits. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Abuja, you're in luck. It's the upgrade promo from my Abuja Home Limited. For their Broadwater estate and plots in Gwagwalada, get 250 square meter for just 700k when you make an outright payment. That's a whopping 81% discount, or go premium with 500 square meters for only 1 million naira. That's 80% of the original price of 5 million naira. With authentic FCT land documents, you have no issues at all. We have a flexible payment plan for up to 12 months for your convenience. Get your land in Broadwater Estate, Paiko, Gwagwalada now, with green environment, accessible roads, power supply, guaranteed security, and lots more. Call or WhatsApp my Abuja Home on 0808 883 7426, 0808 883 7426, or 0808 272 3824, 0808 272 3824. Hurry now, promo ends soon. These opportunities also open to military personnel. My Abuja Home Limited. Affordable. Live the life.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
So we were just going to call it a close already with the front pages, but the producer says, hey, you've got to take the Guardian newspaper.
Yep.
So we'll just take it very, very quickly now. The Guardian newspaper is so colorful and very busy this morning. Let's get at it.
All right, I'll start with this one. You'll find details on page 6. By the way, 2027 is the key card. Tinubu's growing hopes spark debate on efficacy of defections. All right, and this one here on page 3, Tinubu Obi Fayemi meet at Pope Leo's inauguration. 50 billion naira to varsity staff is the key card. Students on edge as SANU rejects a sharing formula. And this one here, let's take it down a little bit. Egypt 2025, Nigeria beat Egypt to bronze on penalties. You find details on page 2. And many trapped, 3 rescued as building collapses in Lagos. That's on page 2 also. Reps Association demand independent audit of JAM. You find details on page 5. And Lagos to enforce total ban on single-use plastics from July 1. You find details on page 5 as well. I think we'll just leave it there for the Guardian newspaper.
That's right. And now let's get to hear from you loudly and clearly. Remember, it must be within the ambit of civility and responsibility. Giving you the numbers now: 0907-353-0044 or 0908-766-8888, and the WhatsApp portal number 0909-705-4450. And please, for the voice goals, 1 minute 30 seconds, please, at most. That's what it is. It's the same as with the WhatsApp voice note message, okay? 1 minute 30 seconds or 1 minute 35 seconds, no longer 2 minutes, so we can allow every other person to have their voices heard. So go straight to the point and let's have this discourse. Taking this one now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, UG.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning, UG. Good morning, Moise.
Good morning, Abdul.
I want to thank you people for giving us this platform to talk to the Nigerian people, our leaders.
Appreciate it.
As I normally say, I know they are hearing us.
Yes.
So if they like, they should not do what we say. Time will come, them themselves will not be on that seat again. UG, I don't know how we are going to differentiate the rice that are killing people in the market. Because now everybody will be scared to eat rice. See that rice that are killing people, and we cannot identify it. So, UD, I want to send my condolences to all the people that died. Because in this country, there is no day that you will not hear that Boko Haram, bandits, kill people, kidnap, and all that. May God see us through. But UD,
yes,
I want to congratulate the NDLA. The NDLA, they are really working. As I say, even in Suleja here, I normally see them the way they work. But what I'm trying to tell the federal government is that they should try and make sure that their how will I even put it, their facilities are good. Like the other day, I think last week, I was going to my working place. I saw their patrol van break in the middle of the road. You see, break down in the middle of the road. And it's here, they have only one patrol van. So now, that one that breaks down, for instance, if there's an emergency, how would they go for the operation?
Right.
So the federal government should make sure that all these people agencies that are working very well, all their facilities should be.
Okay.
They say if it's here, very shabby, shabby area. It's very bad. They don't help this country.
Appreciate
God bless Igbo FM. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Bye.
very much, Abdul.
All right, Abdul right there giving his thoughts loudly and clearly. Still right here on the front page, we are looking at the front page of Nigerian newspapers. Quite a number of things going on, especially the president in suit as he gives a handshake right there to the latest and most, His
Pope.
Holiness Pope
Leo the
Leo
14th.
the 14th. I was going to call Francis now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, I'm Chimize calling from Asoko.
Welcome aboard.
Good to
Talk
have
to
you.
us.
Thank you. It's very unfortunate, like I always say, that in Nigeria all we hear is killing. By what we've read out, over 90 persons has been killed in Nigeria, and what we keep hearing is assurance, having a heart attack. It's really very unfortunate. You equally the media are not helping us. We are in 2025, so 2026 is up our radar as a country. We are now talking about 2027. I don't really understand what is happening to this country. If a local chief, traditional ruler, is held or arrested for kidnapping, I think the time he was announced should be the last we should hear about him. He should be sent to the great beyond to serve as a deterrent to others. Okay? If a terrorist is caught in a mosque and somebody told you that he saw him or gave him, I remember that man, the train incident,
Right.
the tragedy, we lost very many people. He was the person that was made to stand up amongst the kidnapped, the hostages. Now he came out to tell us that he saw the man at the mosque and has forgiven him. If you forgive him as an individual, does the law forgive him? I believe the security agent should go after that man, because I strongly, it's my word, I strongly suspect that is an accomplice to that act of terrorism. We are tired of hearing this story. Okay? One of the accomplices was held or apprehended in Egypt on his way to Saudi Arabia. He's back in Nigeria. So for them to tell us this kind of stories, it's ear-tingling. Okay, thank you for I have to commend the people that cleaned out that drainage at Rita Lorry Junction. They have cleaned it. I saw them. I gave them 20,000 naira to drink mineral. If you see people doing such good jobs, please help them. They have set the situation there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chimezi.
All right, Chimezi right there. Some very apt contribution there. All right, still taking your calls and taking your reaction right there. If you find somebody who has been a terrorist, you're able to identify such a person. He asked one question. If you forgive the person as a person individually, does the law forgive the person too? Well, don't know.
Strong question.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning to you, Elder.
Good morning, Elder.
Good morning, my beautiful man. I regard to your family.
Thank you very much.
I regard to my daughter's family there.
Thank you.
Where are you
Thank you
calling
very
from,
much.
sir?
I'm calling from Cuba in Abuja here.
Awesome. Talk to us.
You know, I'm not a politician. You see, how many people went back to 1 week in Niger, Benue, and the other. We security experts would have been shouting on radio, shouting everywhere the way out. You see, let me call it short. This forest guard, when this man established, is good, but there's a serious problem there. The role of engagement and the type of arm where they are going to use. And then two, before they train them, they will carry the bill, go to National Assembly to go and approve. You approve, but they consider the role of engagement before they train them. This is going to take more than 1 year or 2 years before they started working. We advise the government the way out, very simple way to out. Where Alagbaja was the chief of army staff, Alagbaja trained, he formed 167 battalion, 157 battalion for special force. And then he was training there, he was about to bring experts from abroad to come and the northern here. The northern head has said no. This boy they have trained already. What the government is supposed to do now? We should not go and waste our time about our forest guard because forest guard, the type of farm they are going to approve for them. It's not going to start the bandits in the bush. What we need is a special force. Make a special force from abroad, train them, and join them communication. The problem, arm and communication equipment. They will connect you with their own network, satellite, and they can catch anything on the forest. Let them use a 167 battalion. Bring people from abroad, train them for 3 months, and then get agreement with that country. Okay. Let them join us with their own communication and give them equipment. The type of equipment where they use. There's no any army in the world using it. They can't give it to army in the world. Check it out. Don't be fighting terrorists. They are not ordinary army. A special force in any country. And then we told them, going to form a forest guard now is okay, but the role of engagement, you can never allow they can't stand the terrorists in the bush because of the type of weapon they are using.
Okay.
How what they are going to approve for forest guard? You know more than AK-47. AK-47 just a gun to guard.
Or Elder, for
you
one
can't stand the terrorists in the bush. Thank you very much. God bless you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
to you,
My name is GB.
Right. Where are you calling from, GB?
Yes. I'm calling from Latam.
Awesome.
I want to appreciate the military and the army that arrested the kidnapper or bandit in Plateau State. I want to appreciate their efforts for what they are doing. I want them to do more. We are winning the war, and we will win the war. Forest guard is something that we should have had up to 5 or 10 years ago. Forest guard is working in Nigeria. Amotekun have forest guard among them who are protecting the forest. That's why today I can claim it that Southwest is the most secure place in Nigeria today. Among the Amotekun, there are people who are forest guard. So we need special force. The government cannot occupy the whole Nigeria forest. How many military do you have in Nigeria? The police and the military, they are not 1 million naira. 1 million. You now want to create a forest guard out of those people, the one Nigeria, then you bring down the security architecture. What we need forest guards that will be trained and will be trained to do the work. They are doing it in Southwest, and I'm saying it. Southwest most security, the Amotekun is doing of forest guard in Southwest. It's not penetrated. You can't see any bandit moving further there in Southwest. In the north here, someone will kidnap 300 children, carry them from Kano to Zamfara. Nobody can let them. We don't have how to bring the forest guard now. Forest guard will be the first line of defense and action. Then the other army, whatever squad will come and come and do the work.
for the forest guard.
All right, GB.
Intelligence. Know the movement of the bandits in the forest. We need them as 5 years ago, and it will work. It will work. And somebody said that they were 10 people, and the not elders prevented it. Can you bring evidence to that? They never changed some third squad, and not that elders prevented it. We don't come on radio and say they cannot defend. Who are the elders that prevented him from training and from equipping those people from working? Who are the northern elders? Let him come back and tell us. I challenge him.
Okay.
So come and tell us.
Thank you so much. You've made your point. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Appreciate that.
I mean, so he said, Beauty. I mean, growing up, I knew of this forest guard Nigerians at this point in time, but we're just really hoping that if they're going to be armed and well trained, just maybe, there will be respite, for Nigerians at this point in time. I think we should quickly head on to the. I think we should start with the Facebook, page, because last week Friday, I couldn't take the messages on the Facebook, page, and Suleiman Danfulani, the original Fulani man, he came for me. I'd like to apologize to you again, Suleiman Jibril.
Right.
All right, so let me just start with his message. It says, "Good morning, Yudi and Haja Gimbia, aka the Radio Princess, as usual. Watching you live from now ahead." Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, safe trip back to Nigeria.
Right.
All right, thank you for that message. And we see this one from Abel Ude. He says, great job, keep it up. Thank you so much. Also, Francis Namani, watching us live from Amagunze in Enugu State, says, good morning, my analysts in the studio. Keep up the good work. Mr. President should do everything possible to address the current state of insecurity in the country. Honestly, the state of kidnapping, banditry, and killings in the country is unarguably very worrisome and nothing to write home about. May God help us. Also, says thank you so much.
All right, on
for
my
that message.
Wale Jam.
Thank you, Wale Jam too.
Right, appreciate it. All right, now let's get to the WhatsApp, and we are on here and right here. Let's start with the voice notes. Then we get to the messages, right?
All right.
Keep in mind that this is the pages. You call it the newspaper review segment of the Breakfast Show, Eagles Morning Rises Breakfast Show, and let's take this one right here and on here.
Good morning, Mr. Odo Daniel Ofe. Usman Dora is my name, calling from Buhari this morning, Abuja. Let me comment on the.
Oh, sorry about that.
All right, just a little bit of. Okay, but let's get on.
PC chairman killing Ondo after taking ransom, heavens to most harming states. What I'm asking is how many kill if we're going to take action? And in all these killings, you will never see the president or the governor addressing people, sympathizing, showing empathy. Everything has continued as if it is normal. Our life has no value. What a country! People are being killed on a daily basis. You don't hear leaders complaining. You don't hear leaders showing empathy or sympathy, addressing them to show them, please be out that you're taking steps to reduce the insecurity. Nothing of that nature. What company is this? How will be killed? I will not press any governor. I will not press any president. I will not press anyone until insecurity is tackled. No matter what you do, no matter what you achieve, if you have not achieved, if you have not secured your country, you have not achieved anything. Nigerians are not secured. Things are not secured. What is all this? What have we done to deserve this? For God's sake, killings every day. Look at in Kwara State now. About how many have been drowned. All you have is condemnation, giving assurance that will never come to be. What kind of country is this? Our life has no value. We don't need development, please. Secure the country for us. Finish. Bye bye.
Thank you, Usman Daura, for that voice note. Now we have this one from Ochidi, I guess.
Good morning, Eagles FM. My name is Mr. Emmanuel Fisher, President. It's a pity that Nigeria is going through all this, and the only achievements that APC will be celebrating.
All right, Emmanuel, this is how we do it. You tell us your name, you tell us your location, and then you tell us what it is that you've got to say. You might want to add that so that we can finally get your message out.
Okay, so BB Blessing.
Hello, Omafe. My name is Teku Dagban. Good morning, sir. This morning, I greet our caller. I greet the man of market first and lesson. I greet everybody this morning. My name is BB Blessing from Matako. The issue that I want to talk this morning, I say anything will go help common Nigeria. They never focus for it. But if you want to kill common man, farmer for the farm, where they put food for our table, they're going to remove their eye. But what we fed there, now, if we say we invite other people to come and fight for us, if they come fight finish, they take over our place, that was day. And if we can revive Chinese, make they call the Boko for Nigeria, where they use light, they change. Why we cannot invite foreigner to come and help us for this Boko Haram? If you are president, you can sign it, make foreigner, or they do business for a year. make that they do car, make that they make car. He said to people like our youth, make that they do car for Nigeria, make they use car for Nigeria. And they go Chinese, go bring Chinese people, give them space to the make car, whether they use the light, they charge, where we no get light, where our president, where our senator, where our labor no go stand, join the security, join our army, our police, where they do gather our army to come and fight this issue of security for us. They no go sign it because why they no go sign it? Now for there they see money. Yes, now for there they see money.
All right, baby blessing. We just have to pause the voice note right there because you said, the time, allotted for voice notes. I see this one from Salasi. Good morning to you.
Hajia Omoefe. Daniel, the man with the guns. Do I hear somebody say Southwest is the most secure place? While they kidnap APC chairman, they pay ransom and they kill him. Then somebody will say Southwest is the most secure place. Let's continue now. That is what I'm talking about, the insecurity. Look at what Boko Haram did. They killed over 90 farmers in 5 months. And they killed 49 in Katsina and Benue and other part of the country. And they're busy coalition. The only way they can unseat Tinubu, just like what Yaka say, is to unite Obi and Kwankwaso, or Obi and Al-Mustafa, or Obi and Sule Lamido, or Obi and Ibrahim Namkwambo. That is the only coalition that will unseat Tinubu. But without that, there's no way they can unseat Tinubu. Abdul from Suleja, I greet you. I greet Abubakar from Masaka. I greet Bibi Blessing, the woman of Macrifon. I say it's long that I heard from Talatu, Obudo Daniel. Help me check of Talatu. And this guy too, Al-Amin. That's why the fact that we can agree. Please, where is Al-Amin? And Triple D from Wari, I greet you. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
Well, I think I can give you an update on Triple D. Triple D has been around. They said he's been going through a bit. But, of course, the last time he sent us a voice note, he made it clear that he's coming back and has been giving us our ears, which, of course, we appreciate. We don't take for granted. That's right. And for Al-Amin was outside the shores of Nigeria, and he had messaged from out there saying that he's outside the shores of Nigeria, I think somewhere in the U.S.
Ontario.
Okay, Canada now. That would be Canada, right? So, but he says he also tries to follow, from where he is. And for Talatu, I tried to put a call through, just didn't connect. Do that again. Thank you for the reminder.
Thank you, Salasi.
Salasi, appreciate that one.
All right, so this one from Honorable Edward.
Great.
Good morning.
Mr. Odua, good morning. You guys are doing a perfect job. I remain Honorable Edward from the poll. I want to tell you that for us in Benue State, we are helpless. The government in Benue State is as good as nothing. Every day, you people lack a witness. You keep people on daily basis. I've not had the government in their ESCO bodies, even the House of Assembly. The only thing they can do is to sanction people who are not, for governors, for governor. Another one thing, President Tinubu is still giving money to state governors. After the generals are so you stop full subsidy and you're giving money to wrong hand. Why are these governors taking a security vote for? Nothing. Forest Guard is the best. There have been a lot of operation, self-help operation, Lafia operation, those are special forces. What have they done? Nothing. Forest Guard has come to stay. Tinubu, thank you for giving up Forest Guard. Let them have employment. We're talking about the police, community policing. Forest Guard, all these kidnappers, everything, they're in the forest. That is where they kidnap you and go. Most cases, they're there. Forest Guard has come to stay. Nobody should discourage anybody. Right. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Honorable Edward.
Thank you, far too kind. I mean, okay. Is there some sort of regional warfare? Because I don't know.
I mean,
what's going on?
Not sure, but I think some of the family members are loggerheads. You see people, just challenging each other's opinions, and I want us to understand that we all are subjected to our opinions, right? And but despite that, we would not encourage people coming on here to spill claims or lay claims that cannot be, fact checked or even substantiated.
Right.
All right, and don't try to paint your region as though it's the best or it's what have you.
No region
it makes
is
no
the best.
sense. We are Nigerians, all right? So.
That's right. And then the idea of always calling people's names, please. Shady person spoke what he has to say. Didn't call your name.
Yeah.
So why are you calling somebody's name? Say what you've got to say. You don't have to call anybody's name. Please, come on.
All right.
Anyways, we'll just head out now and see some of these messages right here and on here. Okay. I see this one from Samuel from Kuje. All right, standing on existing protocols right now, and of course, welcoming us to a new day and new week. Appreciate that one. Says, thanks to God for the return of the missing students in Imo State. May God continue to protect us and our children in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, now he says, building collapse here, accident there. with human beings dying like no man's business due to fake building materials and bad roads, and our leaders are busy flying in the air and living in a well-constructed building. Who are the supervisors of these buildings, and what is the Ministry of Works doing about our roads? And my sincere condolences to the families of those who lost their loved ones through the boat's mishap and those that the bandits killed. May God grant them the hearts to bear the irreparable loss. Have a great and safe day, Seth.
Thank you very much, Samuel.
Appreciate that one.
For that message.
That's
and
right.
All right, we'll see this one here from, I think this should be from Morgan Mano Austin from Adona Sarawak State. It says, how reasonable would it be for our lawmakers to wake and propose a bill making it mandatory for every Nigerian to vote? Is compulsory voting an antidote to the 1,001 problem confronting us as a people? Why not the legislators come up with a bill compelling the government to make job available for every unemployed Nigerian? Why not a bill making it mandatory for the government to fix our roads? A bill making it compulsory for the government to put our hospitals in order, thereby curbing medical tourism? What stops the lawmakers from proposing a bill to punish those hiring thugs to rig elections? I can go on and on. This bill is anti-people, which should not see the light of the day. It should be made to die on arrival. It is repugnant. Is that supposed to be audacious and obnoxious?
Obnoxious.
All right. Sanu lawmakers. What do you mean by Sanu lawmakers? Dalu. Okay, so
Sanu.
Okay, Sanu. Sanu lawmakers. Dalu. Wado. I understand the Wado. That's how we greet in Isoko. Wado. Okay, the man Austin. Thank you so much.
It's repugnant. It is odious and obnoxious.
Right.
Oh, okay, Mano. Take me back to school now. All right.
All right. Okay.
Turkey Hundu right here now, all the way from Nasarawa State. He says is watching and listening and writing from. Thank you, Tekenbi. It says, I sympathize with the family of the APC in Ondo who died in the hands of criminals even after ransom was paid. If the security apparatus refuse to go after criminals, prayers can never solve the problem. How long the Nigerians have been praying? Has it changed anything? My thoughts exactly. Going on, he says, it's high time people who can't solve our problems start thinking of resignation. The insecurity is getting worse. Only people who don't fear God are saying security is getting better. If Tinubu and his security heads has nothing to offer, they should resign and allow another person who is capable of protecting our people. Turkenby says.
All right. Okay. I see this one from Ima, future president. This one here, right? He sent a voice note earlier, but he didn't state his location.
Okay. Emma Future.
Yes, Emma Future president. Emma Future president from Dutse. Okay.
Okay, from Dutse.
So it says the only achievement APC celebrating is handshake of the president with the Pope, and the second one is the defection of other party members to APC. Come 2027, Nigerians should unite and push these people out of power. They have nothing good to offer Nigeria. All right. Thank you so much.
Right.
All right. So we have a voice note here. Let's quickly press play to it.
Okay.
Good morning, Igbo FM. My name is Warake Iyado Owake, the boss lord from Suleja Azet. But insecurity in Nigeria become a big threat to Nigerians. We don't know what to do. Even the government are confused about this matter. That is the fact about that. In my area yesterday, Chief Prince is kidnapped and killed his wife. I can't imagine how the kidnappers went to the prince, kidnapped him, at the same time killed his wife. Well, may God help us and save the Nigerians. Thank you.
All right.
I really don't think I got sense of what he.
Well, he's just saying that with the way things are going, the insecurity issue and everything, something has to be done. And then he gave us an example of something that went on in his area.
Okay.
Somebody is killing, his wife or something and all. It's just talking about, I'm amplifying the thoughts of the family members.
And he says his name is Warake Iyadon Owake.
Yes.
What tribe is that?
I don't even know. I didn't ask.
Family members, please do us the honors, by stating your tribe. I mean, you could just greet us in your local dialect and just in bracket,
right.
The tribe. It really would do us a lot of good.
Right.
So we can learn.
I love that name. I love Warake.
It's really
Warake.
long.
Awesome.
Iyadon.
Iyadon.
Uwake. Yarake. Something
That's
like
right. I like it. I like it.
Sounds like an epic name, though.
Is that?
Sounds like an epic name.
Barake,
Uyadon.
Uyadon. Okay.
Uyadon, Udwak, you know.
Okay, Amo. You know what? This is where we call it a close, but thank you far too kind. At 9 o'clock, we'll be right back here. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if Vicky Vika is going to be on here. I mean, Vicky Vika is supposed to be attending the sports festival,
yeah.
Right? Is it in Abeokuta, if I'm not mistaken now? So, yeah.
He might be reporting from there.
Might be reporting, exactly. But then again, we'll thrill you to some very good time, right? And then, of course, at 9 o'clock, we'll come back and talk about whether or not the forest guards, as institutionalized by Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the federal capital, of Nigeria.
The Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That's what I was looking for.
Do you know you can be prosecuted for what you were about to say?
I know, that's why I stopped.
Okay.
Okay, but Federal Republic of Nigeria, if that forest guard is what we need to curb insecurity or not, we really need to hear from you, your thoughts, right? But anyways, my name is Udwak Daniel, and
I am Omoefe Peace Oseme.